What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's filthiest pitches of the day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with Will Leahey. What is happening, Will?
Ninja, sad day for middle-class seafood fans. I was just reading up that Red Lobster is on the verge of bankruptcy. It might close a bunch of stores, and my heart aches, man.
That is sad. That's sad stuff. Who do you have for the Derby today?
Ninja, I'm going with domestic product at 30-1. Who do you got, Ninja, more importantly?
Well, I was just looking at it this morning, and I am going with Fierceness. Now, Fierceness is the favorite, but also dominated in the Florida Derby and has been working out really well leading up to this race. We're going to start with our whip around the league. Cole Irvin had 4 strikeouts and 6 1/3 scoreless innings and was really sharp, giving up only 2 hits. And these fastballs, changeups, and curveballs, and his stuff just doesn't jump off the screen at you, but he gets the job done. He faced Hunter Green, whose stuff does jump off the screen at you. He had 5 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up no runs, and had these fastballs and sliders for a sword. Solid outing by Green. Cal Quantrill, out of nowhere, became the filthiest pitcher on earth. Well, not really, but he was good. He had 9 strikeouts and 7 2/3 scoreless innings, giving up 3 hits. I believe he won for the most Ks of the day yesterday, and I didn't even see his name on the chart. His odds were probably like plus.
Whoever bet Cal Quantrill on the most Ks of the day deserved to win.
He had these painted fastballs and dominated with his splitter. A great outing from Cal Quantrill. He faced Martin Perez, who had 4 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had this 2-seamer and cutter. Reese Olson was really good yesterday with 5 strikeouts and 5 scoreless innings, giving up 2 hits. And I've been on this dude's bandwagon for the last couple of years. I love his stuff and think he's going to be a good one. He had these fastballs, sliders, and changeup. And he faced Marcus Stroman, who had 3 Ks in 5 1/3 innings, giving up 1 run. Stroh had this slider and this absolutely wicked slider, although I'm not sure if it's wicked or if it's just Javi Baez. I am convinced that Javi Baez would have swung at this throw when Dave Righetti threw the ball over the center field fence. Javi, not the most disciplined hitter. Yusei Kikuchi had 7 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run. He had these fastballs, curveballs, and sliders. And I love this awesome look at me K strut. Dude was feeling it. And he had this reaction after not getting a call. I love myself some frustrated Kikuchi. That sounds disgusting.
I bet you do, Ninja.
He faced Patrick Corbin, who had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had this painted 2-seamer. I admit I have a hard time watching Patrick Corbin because he always disappoints me. Brady Singer had 8 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 4 hits and 1 run. He had these Brady sinkers.
There he is.
As well as these sliders. He faced Mike Lorenzen, who had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run, and had this paint-ish fastball and this 2-seamer. George the Animal Kirby pitched yesterday and had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run on 4 hits and no walks, which is just what he does. I don't know about George the Animal Kirby, but it reminds me of George the Animal Steel back in the day, the wrestler. He used to eat the turnbuckle and stuff like that.
Of course. It's very on brand for George Kirby.
I was figuring like George Kirby, not a ball of excitement. So George the Animal Kirby is a ball of excitement, biting off the heads of hitters, throwing them away, and K'ing them with his endless command of heaters. He faced Ronel Blanco, who had 6 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had this fastball, slider, and of course his changeups. Dude has surprised me all year. He is legit. Chris Paddock had 6 Ks in 6 scoreless innings and had this elevated fastball and really kind of dominated with his fastball yesterday. He faced Tanner Houck, who had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 4 runs. But honestly, I thought Houck pitched way better than the 4 runs he gave up. He had these sinkers, including this absolutely ridiculous one. Look at the movement of this. And had this splitter and painted slider. And here's an overlay of that ridiculous sinker with this slider. And you see why you might swing at a pitch that almost hits you.
Yeah, he had some nasty Ks, and he only gave up 1 run through the first 6 innings. So he was most of the runs he's given up this season have been late in the start. It's unfortunate. It stays a little too long, I think.
You want to manage the team, Will?
I've been applying for 20 years, and they don't respond to my emails, Ninja. So
Well, he's still the incredible Houck to us.
Of course.
Aaron Savali had 5 Ks in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 7 runs, bringing his ERA now to 6.14. He's better than a 6.14 ERA. You heard it here first. You probably didn't hear it here first. You probably knew it.
But he was leaking like a sieve yesterday.
He really was. And hitters were looking like Hank Aaron against him. He had this cutter and painted two-seamer. And he faced Jose Quintana, who had 2 Ks in 2 2/3 innings, giving up 8 runs, and had this changeup. Charlie F. and Morton had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. He had these fastballs and curveballs and picked up a sword on this curveball in the middle of the opposite batter's box. And no, this was not against Javi Baez or Giancarlo Stanton. He's got a ton of spin on his curveball, up to 3,200 RPMs. He faced Gavin Stone, who had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run, had this fastball, this paintish slider, and of course, his changeups, which are low-key filthy. Dylan Cease had 8 Ks in 6 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run. He had these fastballs up to 98 miles an hour, got a sword on this 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and had these nasty sliders. He had 17 whiffs yesterday to lead the day. He faced Slade Ciccone, who had 4 Ks in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 6 runs. Honestly, when he started this game, I thought he was looking really good. His fastballs were up to 98 miles an hour, and he had these awesome little K-jump hop things. Look at that confidence in this dude. But that confidence was short-lived as he ended up getting shelled. Jose Soriano had 3 Ks in 6 scoreless innings, and his stuff is disgusting. I was talking to Reed Detmers, who's our guest on Baseball Dojo next week, and Detmer said Soriano's stuff is like top 3 in all of baseball. And look at this. This is upper 90s, 100-mile-an-hour fastballs, as well as these vicious knuckle curves. He also throws splitters in the mid-90s. Filthy stuff. He faced Tanner Bybee, who had 4 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 6 runs, and had this fastball and slider. J.P. Sears had 6 Ks in 6 1/3 innings, giving up no runs. Had these fastballs and sweepers. He faced Ryan Weathers, who had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs. And it was all about the changeups for Weathers. He had these changeups and this painted changeup. Sonny Gray had 6 Ks in 7 scoreless innings, giving up 3 hits. He lowered his ERA to what, Will?
Ninja, he's down to 0.89.
Is he a Cy Young contender, Will?
You know he's got the stuff for it, Ninja. If he can just keep the whole season going, then he's right up there. Sonny has moved his ass all the way up to 5th now in NL Cy Young, and he's at plus 1,200, Ninja.
Sonny had these front door two-seamers, as well as these wicked sweepers. And I thought this was a great time to bring back Sonny Gray's imitation of Bartolo Colon, watching his two-seamers after a start.
Freezing hitters with fastballs with 2 strikes is something that I used to watch Bartolo Colon do it back in Oakland all the time. He would because he was the best at it. You know, he would sit there and he would throw that front hipper to lefties, and then they would do like this, and it would go whoop, and then they the lefty kind of does the
Yes, that's my favorite.
And then he would go like this, and he would come in the next day, and it's the only pitches he would watch. He'd come in and click the video, and he'd sit there, and he's watching the video the next day, and he'd click on those, and he'd go, and he just watching front hip guys, and he would just laugh, and then he'd get up and walk out, and I would be like, that's pretty cool.
He faced Brad Keller, who had 5 Ks in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs, and had these sliders and changeup. Jordan Hicks had 3 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 4 runs. He had this slider and splitter. He faced Aaron Nola, who had 4 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had this fastball and knuckle curve. Honestly, I thought this was going to be a better pitching matchup than it was. Thought both of these pitchers struggled with command. My filthiest starting pitcher of the day yesterday was Hayden Wesneski. Wesneski had 8 Ks in 6 1/3 innings, giving up no runs. He had these wicked sweepers over and over and over again. Just disgusting stuff. When Wesneski is on, he is absolutely Wesnasty. And check out this fastball and sweeper overlay. You can see what makes that sweeper so tough and how well he tunnels it with his fastball. And I love this. With him getting signs, it looks like me trying to decide dinner plans with my wife. He faced Joe Ross, who had 4 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run. He had this fastball for a sword, picked up a White Castle special, and had this nasty changeup. Now on to my filthiest relievers. Amir Garrett had these sliders. Jose Alvarado had this wicked 94-mile-an-hour cutter. That's disgusting. Trevor McGill had this elevated curveball. Kyle Nicholas had this 99-mile-an-hour heater. Evan Phillips had this sweeper. We had a bird being relieved by Beaks yesterday. That's fantastic. Declan Cronin had these fastballs and sliders. Alex Faedo K'd the side with these heaters. Taylor Rogers had these fastballs and sweeper. Hunter Harvey had this wicked splitter. Sean Jelly K'd the side with these knuckle curves and got Schwarber fishing. Get it? Jelly fishing.
There you go.
Lucas Ursig had these fastballs and barrel locking sliders. I mean, he's scaring the shit out of these dudes. Jeff Hoffman shoved Kane the side with these heaters. Griffin Jacks had these fastballs and sweepers. And Justin Martinez was disgusting yesterday with this splitter and these fastballs up to 102 miles an hour. And look at this sinker at 101. Filthy. Keep your eye on this man. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, we have Sonny Gray and his front door 2-seamers, and we'll throw in a sweeper. At number 4, we have Tanner Houck and this impossible sinker. At number 3, Charlie Morton and that curveball in the other batter's box. At number 2, Hayden Wesneski's sweepers. And at number 1, y'all must have forgot, Jhoan Duran is a filth machine. Dude had this 102-mile-an-hour fastball, but then look at this at bat, a 3-pitch K with 103, a 98-mile-an-hour splinker, and then finishing off the at-bat with an elevated 103. And I did this overlay of the 103-mile-an-hour fastball and that 98-mile-an-hour splinker. This is going to be one of the top at-bats all year, one of the filthiest at-bats of the season. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. Luis Ariz was standing by himself, saw a mic around, so he decided to interview himself. It's awesome.
Yeah, I just waiting here for my teammates, and then I just need to go inside and then prepare my mind and be ready for the game.
My picks of the day today are a 3-leg parlay. I'm going to start with Christian Scott for 5 Ks or more, then take Kevin Gausman for 6 Ks or more, and top it off with Jared Jones for 7 Ks or more. And a reminder, today's the Kentucky Derby, and you can bet the Kentucky Derby right in the FanDuel app. I'm going with fierceness today. He won the Florida Derby by like a million lengths. He's been training really well. I know he's probably going to be the favorite, but that's who I got. What would your pick for the Derby be?